Midwest Mamdani, Wisconsin gubernatorial candidate Francesca Hong is suddenly shying away from her radical policies despite being a dues-paying member of the Democratic Socialists of America. Hong now insists she's just socialist curious.
Just this weekend, the co-chair of the Democratic Socialists of America, which you are a member, reaffirmed the DSA's position of abolishing the Senate, prisons, and replacing the presidency and the Supreme Court as we know it. Do you fully back the DSA platform?
I do not support the full platform of the national DSA, and I'm not endorsed by DSA National. What democratic socialism is a form of government that puts working class people first.
But the receipts tell a very different story. The radical says as governor, she wouldn't defund the police. But listen to this post from 2020 that lays it all out. Defund police, defund police, defund police, defund police. And after her campaign guaranteed Hong never push to abolish the Senate, reporters dug up this 2021 post simply saying, quote, abolish the Senate. But somehow the liberal media are claiming it's Republicans who are the real commies.
Republicans have been attacking the Democratic Socialist movement. It's their #1 target. Speaker Mike Johnson called it a battle between common sense and communism. And I would point out that we've made a lot of moves that you could liken to an authoritarian regime, and that is how you end up with communism. But alas, history and the truth don't matter.
Yeah, history and the truth don't matter. Harold, make this make sense for us, please. Can you translate?
It doesn't. It doesn't. These are anyone campaigning on the notion of pro-terrorism, no police, no borders, no U.S. Senate, no prisons. These people are Democrats. They're quitters, and some of them are fools. People who believe that the country is facing economic challenge for families across the country, I would argue we've had this challenge for the 250 years of our country. The people whom were trying to correct it never said quit and adopt communism or socialism. I'm glad Rosa Parks wasn't a quitter. I'm glad Thurgood Marshall wasn't a quitter. I'm glad FDR was not a quitter. They decided to figure out within the framework of the great nation we live in, the Constitution, and that Declaration of Independence with that simple radical idea of all men are created equal, which we're constantly striving to do. They didn't quit. They didn't say we want to adopt the crazy ideas these people are advocating. And I must say, they have every right to advocate craziness. But my party, we are not associated with you guys. These are not democratic ideals. And unfortunately, we're being aligned with you. We're being maligned by you. And you look at the polling data today with the economy where it is, where people are concerned about the president's decisions and his direction in the war, and we're having to defend whether or not we're for prisons, for police, for borders, and we're defending the fact that we are not for terrorists because of you guys. It's a doggone shame. I got to tell you, I'm glad that the great Americans who made our country great, black, white, rich, poor, south from the north, from the east, from the west, weren't quitters like some of you are.
Jesse, has the GOP harnessed that strength of a message?
That's about as fired up as I've ever seen, my friend.
He came back ready to go.
It's good to have you back around the table. We've been reading a lot in the Bible about what Jesus says. And I'm going to give this Wong, or what's her name? Hong, the benefit of the doubt.
Here we go. Here we go.
Maybe she didn't know she tweeted that. Yep. Maybe her assistant tweeted it.
She was a bartender.
She doesn't have an assistant.
My assistant, Johnny, tweets for me. I have no idea what's out there. I don't do it. So maybe he did it. Maybe she didn't know about it. But if she is a liar, we understand why. Because you can be an unabashed communist in a deep blue district here, or Denver. But if you're running statewide, you have to hide. And Hong knows she's wrong. So she's backtracking. Take it away from here, Dana.
But you know, I love to talk about Wisconsin. It is the ultimate purple state. And they have this situation right now. It's a perfect storm of Democratic problems. The DSA is strong and on the upswing. There's a weak bench of non-DSA Dems in the state. Then the establishment choice, he got taken out by a scandal. So then they grabbed the other guy and said, maybe he can run. But she has been doing what the DSA candidates do very well. She goes to every event. She will converse with people. If you read I think it was the New York Times did a big feature on her not too long ago, and they had Trump Republicans, people who had voted for Trump, saying, I kind of like her. She had a good point. I could see myself voting for her. And so The media has helped lead to this point. And the other thing that I really like of what Republicans have been able to do here is that they're not making up things. Like the Democrats said, what was the end of democracy? Like there was going to be the end of democracy if President Trump became president. And so now they're saying, how dare you say that they have communist ideals? Or how dare you say that she said abolish the prisons or abolish the Senate, defund the police? The most effective thing that Republicans can do is something that they're doing. They're just running their words. She posted it. She tweeted it. Or she said it. And you think of that interview that Romer did with Shannon Bream on Sunday. I mean, I had one Democrat say, well, that's not really representative. I'm like, I'm not making it up. She said that that's what they believe and that she's coming after the Democratic establishment. How do you answer?
So they're writing the campaign ads for the GOP.
So there are basically two Wongs, and you know what they say. Look, she's running for governor, right?
Yes.
No.
Yes, she is.
No. And I'll tell you why no. In 2020, she said defund the police. Do you think that helped or hurt the situation at the time? Who were the people that were saying that, and what did it do to our country at the time? How do you describe that behavior during that, like, inflamed period? Somebody's typing out defund the police. She went with the mob. She didn't seek debate. She sought a pitchfork because it was good for her. It was fun. We can't let that become a governor. She did everything based on the myth of this epidemic of police brutality. And it turned out when the data came out, it wasn't there. And when you have body cams, now you really know. What's the other thing? Oh, I think Democrats are realizing that Americans are allergic to force, which is why Democrats for so long, Harold excluded, expand government control slowly with freebies and handouts because we could smell force a mile away. But now we're kind of like the frog in the boiling water. It's 2026, and they're seizing private property in New York City. There's state-run grocery stores. They're taxing stuff that was already taxed. We're in it right now. But when push comes to shove, the Democrats, they didn't fight back on crime, on immigration, on the economy, and also on trans. And so they look where they are now, and they're kind of being eaten alive, but from within. And it goes back to, I think Harold said this, they have the right to say these things. They do, but it shows you how bad people can use a system based on freedom to destroy the system itself. Our principles forbid us from banning that. They know that. They know. You see radical Muslims coming here. They know what they can do, right? So an agent bent on American destruction can freely push ideas that will destroy America. You all right over there? Anyway, if the Dems had challenged this early on, it might have been caught. But it's not too late. Like, I don't think the Dems can be fixed from this. But for the rest of us in America, we have to stand up because they're allowed to say this stuff, but we got to fight it. That's my comment.
And the Republican running is Tom Tiffany, in case anybody's...
Tom Tiffany?
Tom Tiffany.
What kind of name is that?
A winner.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.